Hello everybody, welcome back to Pine Valley Zoo. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're having a good day and hopefully it's about to get better. Right, so first off I just want to thank everyone for their feedback in the last few episodes. Really appreciate you guys leaving me some comments. Had a new comment from, I want to say Steve Williams, I think. Sorry, I should have noted down your name. Do apologise. Been a bit rushed since I got home from work today. So thank you for your comment. I do appreciate that. And who else was it? Christy, someone as well. Christy. Sorry, forget your second name, but Christy, someone as well, also has joined in the conversation. So again, thank you very much. I really do appreciate you putting in the time and effort to leave me a comment. Right, so here we are. I just want to say something about the latest free update. This is really exciting. There's various things in it, but look at this. This is it, isn't it? This is the thing we've been waiting for so long. Look at that. We can now do terrain altering to make slopes. How good is that? So much easier than using the square one. I never found the square one particularly easy to use. But yeah, this one is looking good, isn't it? I like this. We'll see. I mean, I'm hoping to use that sort of thing at some point to get good pathing in these areas, but we'll see. I'm really not sure how I'm doing pathing around here yet. I actually like the idea. Originally I was going to have this path going down to the bottom and then along here, but actually I quite like the idea of this being water down here and then having this pathway going sort of along the edge of the terrain, maybe with little bridges and things. So that's something that I might look into, and then maybe have a nice waterfall or something. I was thinking over here and have the train going just through the waterfall or behind the waterfall even. Might look quite nice. But those are things that are going to happen at some point in the future. Today, what I want to do today, I want to work on this area. So around these two, the exhibit and the souvenir shop, and this ramp. So I want to get a load of rock work and some vegetation around there. I also just want to finish off this little square here. One thing I am just going to put in, so I realised obviously we've got an exhibit in here now and I don't have a zookeeper hut. So I am going to need one of these. Now, I'm wondering, I might again use a pre-done one over by the entrance here. I don't mind this. I don't mind using the odd prefab thing like this just at the entrance here, just so I've got these things in the park. And then obviously once I'm into the zoo I can customize my own ones. So for now that will do. Just so that they can actually go and feed our little iguanas in here, because they will be getting hungry by now. Are they hiding? Are they dead? Have they died of starvation? Hands up if you can see an iguana. No, they've actually disappeared. Wow, okay. It's a bit worrying, isn't it? Definitely says there's two in there. Oh, there's one there. How did I not see you? God, they really do blend in well, don't they? Oh, hang on, is that? No, that's the tail of that one. Oh, look, the other one's down the front here. See, they are there. I haven't killed them, not yet. Good. Anyway, sorry, I'm babbling. Right, so let's crack on. So this bit here, I really like this back here. I don't like this one being at the front here, this stand. So I'm wondering if I can... No, I don't want to build there. I want to build over here. I'm wondering if you can turn off supports. Yeah, track supports. So let's see if I... No. How do I edit over here? Here we go. No, see that's part of that. So if I turn off track supports... No, it's going to turn them all off. Right. I know you can kind of hide track supports with certain things. Obviously not with that. What else can you put down here? I'm wondering if, just to test, no, you see rocks don't do it. What does? I know pathway does. Now actually what I'm going to do I was contemplating having a small bit of pathway coming in here. Like that. Ah, that's still not got rid of it. Okay. Oh no, look, it's got rid of that back there now. Ah. I was really hoping I could just get a tiny bit of path coming in there, but that is as short as it goes. No, I certainly don't want that. No, it's just not going to work, is it? Oh well, no, okay, that's fine. Let's bring back the benches. All right, that's fine. I can work around this. I know certain things definitely do get rid of those. Right, let's get the benches relatively close to each other. Right, so what do I want around the back here? I don't really want to just do rocks. I don't want to do vegetation, I don't think. I wonder, what have we got in here? Let's have a look at beams. We've got some nice, these ones look good. I wonder if I can do something with these. Create a barrier of some sort. No, because it's on a really weird angle, isn't it? So I think I may end up going with some rocks. Okay, let's try rocks. Now I want to try some different rocks. I always end up using the same ones, so let's try something different. We've got moss. I don't want desert, but some other kind of see, taiga. I usually end up using taiga, so let's avoid taiga. There are some darker ones. Tropical, tundra. Let's try tropical. So I'm thinking, which way around does this need to be? See, I do quite like this rock. What do we think? So the problem you've got with this sort of thing is you can end up with the rocks all looking the same. So you've got to keep turning them and trying to find different angles for them. So if I turn that, let's have a look, turn that upside down, maybe rock it forwards, here we go. Okay, that's a decent little backdrop there, don't mind that. And then down the sides, what other flat pieces have we got? Actually we've got, yeah, this is possibly too big actually, but let's turn it and see. Very, very thick, this one, isn't it? It kind of works back there. I can slide that in under the stairs. Yeah, that's... Well, that actually, let's have a look. If I can put this on a bit of an angle. And, ooh, let's see, I want it to kind of fill that gap. Hang on, let's bring it up. Let's... Actually, that's the better side, I think, to have facing up. How's that looking? I've still got a bit of a gap just up here. Okay, well that's fine. I can work with that. And then let's see if I can sort of duplicate it this way. So you know what? Let's get rid of the angle snap. That's been a bit annoying. And let's bring that in. Let's just get it down under the stairs. Yeah, okay, that's good. And let's try and fill some of these little gaps in. Good, good, good. And over here. And then what I'll do is some vegetation, obviously. Just a few bushes, nothing too much. And then I need something on the floor. Actually, I might just make the floor mud, potentially, and then I can just have some little plants and things growing on it. Like, oh yeah, oh, tell you what, some of those new plants, some of the new, oh, those lovely little sort of meadow plants, I think would look good. What do we got? We've got a little gap just there. Let's fill that in. Nice. And let's fill that in. Here we go. Good. Yeah, I like that. Let's get our terrain painting going. Let's go. Oh, hang on. That's a little bit too big. There we go. So, some heavy soil. And then let's have a look at these new meadow plants. Where are we? We want content pack conservation. Yeah, these ones. Yeah, I love these. As you'll know, if you've seen any of my other series, you'll know how much I absolutely adore these new pieces. They are just superb. Right, what else? No, we don't need that one. We need a bit of red, or yeah, a bit of yellow. Don't mind a bit of yellow. I'd like to kind of blend this front edge. I might even get some right underneath the benches, so it looks like you're really immersed in the flowers. Okay, that's a bit of yellow. What have we got? Some more white. No, don't really need white. A little bit of pink. I'm good with pink. Let's bring some of those in under there. A couple at the back here. I know there's another. Here we go. Red. Oh yes. Oh yes. Look at that. And then let's get some small ones like that. What else have we got here? That's a bit more yellow. What's this one? Oh, that's just a nice grass, that one. Maybe I could get a little bit of that in here. No, it's not doing anything for me back there. That's... oh, I just love these plants. They just look so nice. Really simple, that, but it just kind of caps it off. Actually, this corner here needs something. No, it needs... yeah, there we go. A little bit of the yellow in there as well. Nice. Right, now there's obviously room for one or two other things. Something like this. I love this as well. That's a lovely looking plant. Get one of those back in there. Don't want too much. I don't want it to look crowded. I want it to look like a wildflower meadow. So obviously you've got to be careful when you pick your plants that you put appropriate things in. An alpine currant, yeah, that works for me. No, that's... oh, maybe I could squeeze one of them in down. There we go, between the benches there. That looks good. Doesn't need much else. Papyrus. Where's our... actually, this little orchard, little orchid as well. Actually, I do really like these. So let's just get a couple of those in there. Keep it natural looking. That's always the trick with this kind of thing. No, don't want ferns. That's not the right look for this area. Right, the papyrus hasn't shown up. I do like that one actually. That does look cool. Could I fit one of those down in here? Yeah, I reckon I can get away with that. Do I want the papyrus? No. Do you know what? I'm going to leave the papyrus. In fact, I'm going to leave that. That's all I need. The only other thing I may do... see, I do like these faux rocks. If you can get them... yeah. If I can get these a decent colour, which is not easy... don't know if I can get these looking decent or not. They don't really match. the other rocks, but that's fine. I don't mind that. It's not the worst in the world, is it? What do we think? I tell you what. Oh, just a little idea that I've had. This is the sort of detail that I love from this new conservation pack. There are so many small items in here, and I love the idea of, if I can find it, here we go. Someone's been doing some work in here, and they've left their spade behind. How does that look? Yep, it's in the ground. It's leaning on... Oh no, it's not quite leaning on the rock. Hang on, let me just... Oh, I have to... It's annoying, isn't it? Is that now leaning on the rock? Oh yes, it is leaning on the rock. Nice. Right, see, little details like that is what makes this content pack really, really good for me. Oh, I can even have a little wheelbarrow. Is that too much? What do we think? Is the wheelbarrow going to be too much? Like someone's really been in there and working on it. No, do you know what? The wheelbarrow looks good. I like that. Nice. There we go. That's our nice little corner there. That's filled that in nicely. What I will also do while I'm here, I know I'm going to do most of the lighting later on, but I do like the idea of just getting the lamppost in while I'm here and thinking about it. Let's try and line this up. Let's get it just behind the benches there. How does that look? I think that looks pretty good. Let me just put that to night, see what it looks like under that. Oh, isn't that pretty? That lights up those little benches perfectly, doesn't it? Nice, there we go. That's that corner done. Excellent. Right, let's move on. So over here, I need to do rocks basically in these gaps. Along here, I'm going to do rocks under here and then maybe have a little flower bed along the front. And then the rest of this will be rocks. I may try and squeeze actually flowers into these. Some of these gaps might look nice with a few flowers squeezed in. Or do I go flowers all the way? That does have a bit of potential, doesn't it? Oh, I'll tell you what I could do. Okay, this is a bit of an experiment, I guess, to see if I can make this work. So, soil is what I'm thinking. Soil like... which is the big one? Yeah, soil like this. Oh, go away. Yeah, it's just... Right, so that's going to have to go to kind of here. Right, so what I'm thinking is soil like this to kind of line the edge. Start bringing that back in. Let's see if I can improve the angle on this. Ah, that's a bit tricky, isn't it? What have I done here? I need maybe a circle piece. Yeah, there we go. Cool, right. And then, yeah, so what I'm thinking is soil on the floor and then rocks at the back to fill in this gap, and then I can plant them up, but also I can try and do that with this with the raised areas as well. So like here I can put soil like this so that I have soil all around. Actually, before I get too carried away, what I'm going to do is link all of this into a group, so if I really don't like it, I can delete it easily. Always a good idea when you're doing this sort of thing to do this. Otherwise you can end up having to spend a long time deleting stuff, which is never good. So yeah, so kind of keep going with the soil at this sort of level. Obviously the pathway does raise gradually, so you have to slowly lift the soil as well, but kind of subtly, I suppose is the word. You know, just little by little like that, just slowly lift it up, get all these gaps filled in. Now along here I will probably just get foliage. I don't really need the soil in that bit, I don't think. I will get it in here like this. Obviously a lot of this will be hidden behind foliage, and it will have a load of rocks as well. So what I'll do like here is have a rock there, and then I can use that as an edge to a raised border along here. It's hard to explain what I'm trying to imagine. If it works, you'll know, because it will look really good. But yeah, we'll see. Right, so that's good for that. So then what I want to do is get some flowers in. So let me do these thin bits first, and hopefully you'll get a bit of an idea of what I'm aiming for. So, for example, in these sorts of gaps, you can have some flowers like this. You know, so they look like they're growing just below the level of the path. And then just bring that down a touch. It's a little bit intricate, but there's not too much of it, so it's worth putting the time and the effort in. I think in the end it should look pretty cool. And then one kind of bushy bit at the end there. You see, and because you don't need anything under that because you can't see. But then at this end, what I will do. Now, what rock did I use over there? Was it tropical? So I will find a small rock. I know some of these are small, aren't they? I'm sure there were some small ones usually. No, they're all really big. Okay, that's about as small as it gets. So let's bring that in. Let's get it turned like that. You see, so the idea is I can move this right into the end, and then it creates a kind of a blocker. So it looks like this bit is higher than this bit, is the idea. And then I can put foliage in here as well. And I can add to this, I can have the odd taller bit sticking up as well. I can even get a few trees maybe in there somewhere. I think that looks good. So let's do these other thin bits next. Actually, this one is quite a thick thin bit. So I think what I'll have to do with this is get a nice big rock at one end. That's too big. Now, I'll tell you what, actually, this one might work well if I can get this in just the right spot. Which is never going to be easy. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Again, it'll create that blocker at the end. I'll probably do the outside here with rocks, so that will then blend into that. But that allows me to then put some foliage into this area. So let's get back to our foliage. So I'm thinking of keeping these as all one flower in each of these three. I think it will look too messy if they're different flowers in each one. So each one will be different, but each one will just be one flower, if you see what I mean. I hope that made sense. So what have we got? We've got a pink one here. So the next one doesn't want to be... I like this purple one, but I don't want purple next to pink. We've got a nice red, and that's quite a nice bushy plant as well, actually. Actually, that... Yes, this is the one, because this will fill this gap really well. See, it kind of spills out as well over the edge. Okay, we may need to just go down to the next size. No, not quite. Let's keep going with this one then for now. There we go. Is that good? Yeah, we're looking alright. Just need to raise that up. Let's go with the small one now. That's fine. I can kind of just raise that up a tiny bit, and then let's just spill it over onto the path a little bit like that. How is that looking? That looks good. I might just need to... Let's just raise that one. Nice, yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? I'm liking that. I don't... Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, that looks nice. I do think something like one or two of these in here might look really nice as a sort of a... This is what we call a dot plant. So I've probably mentioned it before. I know I've mentioned it before. If you don't know, I am a gardener in real life. So a dot plant is when you have something that's tall in the middle of a load of low-lying plants, and it's basically there to draw your eye to it. So it's just an eye-catcher plant, but we call it a dot plant because you dot them around. You don't have many of them. So in a border this sort of size, you'd either have maybe one big one in the middle or maybe one at either end. So yeah, I may go with one of these. I do like these, but there are a few options. You've got these lovely lobster plants as well. You see that right in the middle here would look fantastic, wouldn't it? So let's just put that in and see what we think. That does look good. Let's just... Is there a better angle? Yeah, a bit more orange at the front, I reckon, like that. Yeah, that's all that needs actually. That doesn't need more than that. I may well put in... Let's just find our pines. See, I could easily actually put in a nice sort of pine tree as well, like that, so that it's just continuing that theme of having the pine trees dotted around. And then maybe get another one over here. And obviously along the back here there's going to be a whole load of pine trees here to cover the view. But one or two dotted around the front, probably another one over here as well. So that you really feel like you're walking through the pines. Cool. Right, so what plant do we want in this top one here? No, let's get off of that. Now do I want to go back to my purple? I think I probably do. It's very narrow, this one, but that's fine because this is a nice narrow plant. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? I like that. Let's turn that round, a little bit of variation. Okay, let's get one more in there. Can I get one more in here to look good? Yes, I think I can just about. What do we think of that? No, that's too high. It's hard to judge these things sometimes when you're putting them down. That's too high. In fact, that might just need to angle a little bit and then go down. Yeah, there we go. Those ones look fine. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, and then so what I need then is another one of these rocks at this end. Let's see what I can squeeze in here. Yeah, something like this will be fine. Yeah, let's go with that because I'm going to need a whole load of this rock around the back here. I think what I'll use, I'll probably go with this one if it matches up. And yeah, see, I can. How high can I go with that? I don't want it obviously showing around the back there, but it's got some lovely textures on it. This one, and it'll create a lovely backdrop along here. Especially that piece there, I really like that. Cool, and then this corner. And then finally, there's a nice flat piece on there. Do we need to? No, okay, I'll, I know it's just off the soil actually at this end, but that's fine because I'll put some little bits of foliage along there. I'll probably get some foliage around the back of this, some bushes of some sort maybe, or I don't know, what have we got? Stuff like this. Yeah, see, this sort of thing can fill these gaps at the back here, can't it? Yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. Kind of, yeah, it doesn't matter that you can kind of see under there. It just suggests that there are supports under there. You don't need it to be completely solid all the time. Now, do I want to continue the theme around the rock face here? I think I probably do actually. I think that's quite a nice backdrop, this plant. I've never really done this sort of thing before, so I'm doing this for the first time, and it's working out pretty well actually so far. Pretty pleased with this. Let's have a look. Yeah, I like that. It needs something in here. Now, do I want just foliage, or do I want a tree, I think, with foliage around it probably. So we're probably going to be looking at another pine. I could go with this sort of pine, something a bit wider. Let's just pop that in and see what we think. No, it's a little bit too thick, that one. I think it may be another one of these. Oh, I could lift up the roots a bit like that. And then I could get some planting underneath it. Now, I haven't got all the meadow plants in this. I'm thinking those meadow plants would look nice here. Although, actually, ooh, yeah, look at that. That's going to look nice. If I can get that all around the tree trunk there. That's cool. Yep, I'm a big fan of this plant. Yeah, I like that. Right, now I want to get back to those meadow plants. I need to pay attention to what they're called. They are just different names, so that's not a lot of help. So red poppy is a potential. I haven't got a lot of red around here. Okay, how do we think about filling the rest of this in with poppies? I could probably dot a few other ones as well. But yeah, I like the poppies actually. because I don't want it to be too crowded. And these things they fill in the gaps really nicely. You know, they give you a bit of colour and a bit of texture, but they don't fill it too much. Obviously this area here still needs a bit of work. What do I think? What do you think? You're the ones that matter. Yeah, I'm liking that. I think that looks pretty decent there. Do we like the pines? We do like the pines. I'm happy with the pines. Good. So let's get back to rocks again. And let's have a look at this bit. I need a something like this potentially on here. Problem is, it's really hard to get a rock to cover that gap and not show in the steps. I can just about do it like that. Oh, no, I don't. I need to bring that down. I just realised how much that rock there sticks through. I will sort that out as well. Okay, that looks good. And then I can squeeze one of you down into... Oh, hang on. Let's go... something like that. And then something like that. Is there a gap here? There is a bit of a gap there. Not keen on little gaps like that. There we go. Yeah, and then I was going to fill this gap as well, actually, wasn't I? I need a rock to block off that bit of soil there. And then something like that, and then I probably need something like this again, don't I, along the back of this. Something, how is that going to look? Yeah, I think this will look good. Again, just this piece, honestly, this piece is just so useful. Okay, now I'm going to have to angle it a bit to get it to match the angle of the steps. That's fine. And let's get... There we go, let's get that in there. This sort of thing, when you're building rock formations, it's quite time consuming, but generally if you get it right, it adds so much to your park. It really does. It can really make an area if you get it right. It's not easy. It takes a lot of practice, and I'm not saying that I'm very good at it, but it's something that I have done a lot. So I feel like I'm kind of getting the hang of it. But then, you know, each to his own. Everyone likes to do things differently, and I really am just experimenting a bit with this. This is a new type of edge as well. This is something I've not done a lot of before. Once or twice, yes, but not a lot, where you just have the soil going right up to the path. I may even change that. I may actually build a little edge of some sort around here. In fact, I think that would look good. Maybe like a log edging. I don't know how I'll do the corner there, mind you. I reckon I can though. Oh yeah, it's looking quite nice actually now. What am I doing in here? I'm thinking this has got to have some plants, so I'm gonna need a boulder of some sort in here somewhere to make an end. How does that look? Yeah, that's fine, that's good. And then this will be rocks. I'll continue rocks all the way around the outside of there. But yeah, so I've got another little flower border here, so let's get back to our flowers and find another different one to use. I'm still thinking about this red one here. Actually, what about these? These are cool. These do look nice. are they bushy enough to fill this in well? Hang on, let's just check. What sort of height do I need to be at? Do I need to go down a size? Possibly. Yeah, because I can double up a bit like that, can't I? And then right down to the smallest one now, I think. Yeah, and then I can kind of thicken them up a little bit if I need them. Let's just raise them up a little bit there as well. How is this looking? I feel like I need some kind of spilling out on the edge here a bit. Let's just finish off this end. What do we look like around the back here? I need a couple that are kind of coming out onto the pathway there. Maybe something in there. Just so they really look like they're trying to escape, you know? One or two slightly higher ones. I might even get, yeah, one or two higher ones back here. It's very easy to forget about height with this sort of thing. You know, you can raise a plant in the middle here and it looks like it's just a taller version of the same plant. It's kind of a trick that I often use when I'm designing these flower beds. It just gives them another dimension, you know. Yeah, that works well. I like the different height variation. Have I gone too far with this one? No, I'm okay with that. A little bit flat actually at this end. Maybe bring, yeah, that's what it needs, isn't it? It needs one or two to be lower. Actually that one, no, let's go higher with that one. Then let's go low. Sorry, this is real sort of perfectionism that I'm doing here. But this is one of the hard bits about foliage in this game. You've got to use your foliage, but you've also got to manipulate it in ways that the game doesn't really intend. You see, so by just bringing things up and down, you're almost creating a whole new plant to use, because you know you're making a plant taller or shorter, basically. It's really annoying that I can't highlight that one. Can I highlight anything? Come on, there we go. Right, you come over here and go down and go in. Something like, no, yeah, that's it, get in there. I feel like it needs something just in here. Do you know what, I'm gonna just angle a couple, kind of coming out the side like that. I do apologise if this is boring, but it's, you know, this is what I love in this game. So yeah, actually I might just angle one or two here as well. Again, it's one of those things, it's very easy just to get very generic with your flowers and just have them all at the same height, same angles and everything. But when you do this, you see the difference it makes, just having those different heights, different angles. Just really creates a better looking flower bed. There you go. That's my hint of the day. Get angles on your plants. It's got a bit of a gap actually just in here, so I'm just gonna fill that. Is there? Yeah, there's a bit of a gap actually at this end, so let's just bring that into there. Let's get it turned. Let's get it to here. Beautiful. There we go. There is our extra little flower bed. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, that looks great. Cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the episode there. And then next episode I will come away from this area, because I don't want to do 2 episodes in a row of the same sort of stuff. I don't want you guys to get bored. I do want to kind of mix things up. So next episode I'm going to come over here and do something over here somewhere. I know someone, I think it was, I want to say it was gardening for Health and Wellbeing, I believe, commented on putting in a toilet under the stairs. Now I'm wondering if you meant back here, but this is what I was thinking, maybe trying to fit a toilet in here somewhere, connected to this bit of pathway. So that's something that I may look at in the next episode as well. Because otherwise, you know, you're just going to watch me put flowers and rocks down for another episode, which you don't want to see that. Well, you don't know. Maybe you do. Leave me a comment. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to be recording the next episode in just a minute, so I'm not going to be able to see any of your comments, I'm afraid, before I actually get building. Yeah, I've still got some work to do here. Obviously, I need to redesign this side piece here as well in some way. And yeah, fill in all this. So there's loads of work to do over there. But yeah, I want to do some detailing up here as well if I can. Try and find some boxes and things to put up here. So yeah, there's things to do. And soon I will start hopefully getting people in the zoo. Although I can't really do that until I've actually got some animals for them to look at. So I will have to think about that. That's looking rather weird, isn't it? I need to manipulate that a little bit. I don't know where that's going though. Like I said, I might do a waterfall or something over here. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I'm just babbling on again like I do. So thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, you can hit the like button and you can leave me a comment if you like. And if you haven't already, you could subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Until then, take care. Goodbye for now.